And we're joined by Shona Harrison, the creator of the Old Kelowna page that heritage buffs all love that. Thank you for that.
You're so welcome. My pleasure.
And you're also a director on the Central Okanagan Heritage Society. You guys had your big annual event last night, your awards. How did it go?
We did. It was wonderful. Packed house. It was our 40th year of presenting these awards, these heritage awards, and it was substantial. Not only in terms of how many people were out, but the awards that were given. We gave 8 awards in total, and some of them were to Ben Lee for the park, posthumously.
Which is why we're here.
Why we're here, exactly. We also, of course, gave an award to the D Hart Bennett House. We also gave an award to the Cemeteries Marking Group. Just some wonderful, wonderful projects out there that we recognized.
Right. Another thing that came up in your presentation was the issue of facadism.
Yes.
And anyone who's been in downtown Kelowna recently can see this example of it held up by scaffolding. This building that's marked, Courier 1928 on the front, beautiful brickwork, but now all supported by this ugly, support structure, and the project behind it started, stopped, and stuck. Is that an example, a bad example of preserving heritage in your view?
In my view, it is. It is indeed. I think there are times when facadism is appropriate, such as if the building succumbs to fire, for example, and it can't be salvaged. That would be an instance where you could save the brick facade. In this case, the building did not have to come down, and it didn't have to just be a facade. It could have been a building that was repurposed, which is, I think, the absolute best is what we want for heritage. Facadism is problematic in part because while it's there's some value to it. It does maintain the look of the building. There's a slippage or disjunct between what happens on that exterior and then the actual building itself in terms of uses. So if you were to look inside a building, even though it looks historic, it has all of this new amenities and its new building materials, and it's no longer a heritage building. So it's almost a distruth, right? And
so
untruth.
In the case of that particular building, there was all kinds of brickwork that extended back as well that in your view should have been kept.
Absolutely, yeah. So it went all the way back and encompassed the whole building. It was a brick building, and the only thing that remains, of course, is that front facade and now the scaffolding that's been up for several years.
But really ironic that right next door, while you're giving it maybe a thumbs down there's a thumbs up right next door.
Yes, we gave an award to Bill Scutt for his continued preservation of 1560 Water Street, which is again the brick facade, or not brick facade, the brick building, and it's next to the facade, and he has maintained that and in all its beauty and all its splendor.
Right. So that was Rod's for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It was another restaurant prior to that, not currently operating, but still a very usable building.
Absolutely.
That's heritage as well.
Yes. And that building, so there's the Scutt building, then there's the facade, and then next to it, of course, is the fire hall, right? And so we had this beautiful view of the history of Kelowna that was so tangible, and now we're missing a large part of it.
What would you like to see? I mean, given the fact that we do have that, at least the facade is saved, what would you like to see happen now, to at least maintain that continuation of that era of brickwork?
Right. Well, perhaps something.
Something would be good.
I'm not sure. Yes, I'm really not sure. I think that's a very vibrant part of downtown. I'm certain, like Rod's was a thriving restaurant, so perhaps something like that, or there's talk of a boutique hotel. That would be wonderful. Something that just does now at least maintain that facade, so that it isn't taken down with the rest of the building.
Right. Well, thanks very much for this. Congratulations on all your hard work, and keep that Old Kelowna Facebook page going. It's always fun. Just the random things that come up there, always entertaining.
Thank you.
Terrific.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Kelowna Now.